जब भी कभी पापा मुझे जो जोर से झूला झूला
కెవిన్ మిస్సెల్ ఓ రెనౌండ్ ఆథర్. ఆయన రైటింగ్స్ చాలా బాగున్నాయి. అంతేకాదు చిన్నప్పుడు నుంచి ఆయన అసలు రైటింగ్లోనే ఉన్నారు. సో ఆయన్ని అడిగి తెలుసుకుందాం అసలు ఈ జర్నీ ఎలా స్టార్ట్ అయింది. సో ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ వెల్కమ్ కెవిన్, కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్ బికాస్ యూ హ్యావ్ రిటన్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ట్రయాలజీస్. విచ్ వాజ్ ద బెస్ట్ వన్?
Kalki trilogy.
So when you write a trilogy you require a lot of research. So how do you do that?
What I do is usually I follow what my history course had taught me, which is looking at multiple sources and then creating your own analysis. So I go through primary source, secondary sources, going through the old books, reading the Puranas, even the interpretations of different theologians. So yeah, that's what I usually do.
So what do you think mythology really struck you and you wanted to write more of those? Because being such young, you could have written any other story.
I think myths are a genre which encompasses all genres together. There's romance, there's action, there's thriller, there's drama, there's everything. So why to choose one when I can choose many under the spectrum of myths?
Which trilogy was really difficult and you thought too much of research and understanding the main characters was difficult for you?
I would say Kanda. I wrote a book on Kanda which was pretty tough to write on. Even Krishna, the recent book that I have written, very tough to write on primarily because there's so much written already. There's so much out there already. Everyone knows about Krishna. So what else can you provide? What is the new lens that you can provide? So that's what I did with my recent book. It's based on Missal Parva, which is the last Parva of Mahabharata. It basically talks about the last days of Krishna. And it basically talks about what happened with Pradyumna, what happened with Balarama, what happened, how did the Dwarka submerged, why did the Yadavas fight with each other. We know the overall upar se, but we don't know the nitty-gritties behind it. So that's what I think Krishna was all about.
Can we say you are showing the mythology in a much interesting way for all the youngsters who love reading and writing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think what I personally feel is that my books are a kind of like a stepping stone for the young readers to actually end up reading the Puranas, because the objective for me is that I don't claim that these books are absolutely factual, but what I do say is that they will be able to help you to understand and love these figures, these themes, and then kind of explore it yourself in the original text.
So books are normally converted into cinema and that's the best adaptation. What do you have to say? Which of your book can become a cinematic story?
I think Kalki Trilogy definitely has the scope to become one book already has been taken for films. It's called Yama. So that's been already taken for films in Bollywood. But yeah, I think, you never know. So Kalki, I would say.
So Kalki is already on the way. We already have a Kalki already coming for us. So do you miss it like मेरी Kalki trilogy को लेना था?
No, I think that Kalki is a totally different interpretation. Mine is a totally different interpretation. It's a more fantasy interpretation, and the Kalki which is coming is more science fiction. So yeah.
So when you talk about adaptation of your story into Bollywood, so who called you? How did this whole process happen?
Yeah, so there was a producer, he called me, he's like, I read Kalki, but I want to take your other book because Kalki is too big of a project for me. But I like this other book, which seems pretty interesting to make. So, yeah, he did it and he was very fast with the process, didn't waste too much of time, he knew what he wanted and he got it. 3 साल हो गए पर मूवी बनी नहीं है, तो अब देखते हैं कब तक बनेगी.
तो क्या लगता है आपको, मतलब जो कमर्शियल सिनेमा होती है वो जल्दी बनती है और ऐसी मूवीज़ को थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, क्या बोलना चाहोगे आप?
I think what happens is that for a movie to work, there are a lot of things that matters. You have to get the right actor, you have to get the right, I would say, right timing. What is the screenplay? What is the right environment around it right now? क्या देखना चाह रहे हैं लोग? Does my book fit in that vision of, so वो सब बहुत matter करता है. So that's what I think. I personally feel that Kalki will come at the right time because now people are going towards making these kind of movies. So yeah, you never know.
So you are a very passionate writer as well as a CEO. So how do you balance both?
I have a good team who makes sure that I don't, get emotional as a writer. So they are the practical people, they are the money makers. I'm just the guy who's, kind of supporting them and helping them have that direction, that vision.
So initially when you started, did you think that writing would get you so much money?
No, never. Who would think, who would think? So that no one would ever think about it. But yeah, I think writing does have money. It's just that it's very tough to get there. It's very tough to get there.
So what do you have to say? There are many storytellers out there who want to actually put their story there. So what is required for it?
Focus on what you do best. Focus what's personal to you, because that personal is something that can never be replicated. But that's just you. That's within you.
Original.
That's original. So focus on what's there. And I think if you focus that, I think सब कुछ बाकी हो जाएगा.
So then a person can become a good writer?
Absolutely. Yeah.
It was wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
సో చూసారు కదా, దట్ వాస్ కెవిన్. ఆయన ఏమంటున్నారంటే ఒక రైటర్ ఉండాలంటే మీరు డెఫినెట్గా ఒరిజినల్గా ఉండాలి, మీ రైటింగ్స్ మీద మీకు నమ్మకం ఉండాలి. కెమెరా పర్సన్ అలీతో తరుణ, NTV హైదరాబాద్.